Hey friend, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Alex and I'm so happy you're here. So in today's video, I'm going to be testing Colourpop's new foundation. It's their Pretty Fresh foundation. It does retail for $16, which is a little high for Colourpop, but like also this seemed so up my alley that I splurged, but it is a little pricey for a drugstore, but not really pricey compared to high-end. So take it as you will. 16 bucks. Before we get started, I'm going to read a few of the claims that this foundation apparently has. The Colourpop Pretty Fresh foundation is a hydrating foundation that delivers a medium buildable coverage with a natural skin finish. I'm here for that. Infused with coconut water and hyaluronic acid for hydrated, luminous skin. Okay, I like that. And it says the flexible formula provides undetectable medium to full coverage that lasts all day. I'm here for that. So I am going to be doing a wear test today. So I'm starting this at 9:30 a.m., which is a little late, but a variety of things happened this morning, okay? But regardless, I am going to do a 10-hour wear test, I think, and I'll be checking in throughout the day to let you guys know how it's performing. So in addition, I'm also just going to be testing the Pretty Fresh concealer. I never picked this one up because I wasn't feeling the tinted moisturizer just because I do like a little bit more coverage. But since I picked up the foundation, I figured I'd also pick up the concealer. So let's get started. So I picked this up in the shade Light 50W, which I hope is my shade. So it does come in this like nice, it's a plastic bottle, but it has a pump, and I love pumps just because I feel like it regulates it for me, and I'm really bad at knowing how much foundation to use unless it like dispenses in the pump, and then I know like, oh, I like one pump or like two pumps of this foundation versus a squeezy bottle or just something that doesn't regulate it for you where I'm like, I don't know, and then I put on way too much. But anywho, so I'm gonna pump this on the back of my hand here and see what it looks like. I did give it a good old shake. It didn't say anything about shaking. All right, so that was like a pump and a little bit, and quite a bit came out. And just at first glance, it does look like my shade. Oh, I forgot to mention, so I did do my skincare, but I'm not using a primer just because I know how my makeup sits on top of my skincare really well. So I figured that was like a good test. I'm gonna dot this all over my face. Again, at first glance, I know it seems crazy, but I'm pretty sure this is gonna be a fairly good match for me. Maybe I'm just being really optimistic. It does seem to be oxidizing already, which essentially just means it darkens over time, which is why a lot of foundations look kind of light when you first put them on, and then they miraculously kind of fit. All right, and I'm gonna go in with my dampened sponge. This is actually a Colourpop sponge, and blend it in. This is just how I like to apply foundation, or at least I've been really into applying foundation like this recently, so I figured it was a good way to test. So the coverage seems really good right now based on what I've blended in. It feels a little bit yellow for me, which I'm always kind of either a warm undertone or more neutralish, but I pull warm. Neutral foundations look very pinky on me, but I definitely have more of a peachy undertone. I don't know. But the coverage seems good. Today's a good day to test this foundation just because I have quite a few blemishes. So I feel like we'll see if the coverage is really what it says it is. I love a good like dewy foundation just because my skin is like very dry, and I just feel like I just need this kind of foundation just to look normal. Otherwise it like cakes up and it's just not a good look. Okay, so it is looking a little yellow on me. So maybe I can correct it with my peach color corrector. And also I want to build it up a little bit more in the cheeks. So I'm just gonna do kind of a half a pump more, just a teeny bit, just to kind of cover up. See, it definitely oxidizes because I already spread it all over, and look how light it looks over the coverage that I already have on there. So it definitely oxidizes a lot. So keep that in mind if you like swatch it, like if you can go into an Ulta or something and swatch it, just like take a second for it to oxidize because it really changes. Okay, I am here for the coverage. I feel like this is really like where I built it up. It's definitely like a medium to full, maybe high medium coverage, which yes, for days that I have quite a few blemishes, I like that. But it doesn't feel heavy at all on the skin, and up close, it looks really nice. It sits really nicely on the skin. Again, it's looking yellow though. Like I do realize that. So I don't know. I'm gonna see how it wears throughout the day and then decide if this is my shade. Like once I put on the rest of my makeup and see how I look. Onto the concealer. So the concealer I picked up in the shade Light 45W. So again, a warm shade. This was Light 50W. So I figured a little bit lighter. If it's on the same scale, I don't even know. It has a teeny little doe foot applicator that I like. And let's see. Okay, it like wipes on like a dream. I like that. It's like, it feels really, really creamy. I'm gonna like this, I think. I'm gonna add a little bit. So I have to say, this smells just like the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. This foundation has no scent, by the way, which I love. That's why I didn't make any weird, like, what does this smell like? But this definitely smells just like the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation, which to me smells chemically, but it's not too overpowering. This smells a little less strong than the Physicians Formula one. But anyway, let's see how this blends in. It's definitely a little lighter than the foundation, which is what I was going for. I'm also putting it on my eyelid just to see if it will be a good eyeshadow primer too. So I feel like some concealers are great for that and some are terrible. So it's always good to test that. Okay, like so far, I'm loving it. What is this madness? What is this? Okay, that is gorgeous. It's definitely a little lighter than the foundation, but I kind of like that. It brightens up my eyes, and then once I do the rest of my face, it like looks more normal. Like right now I look a little crazy, I do realize that. But it's definitely really, really good coverage. I find that a lot of these like hydrating, you know, type formulas sometimes are just like not the best coverage, but this one is like really good coverage. It's already setting into my fine lines. I don't know if you can see that, but that happens with every single concealer. And what I do is I let it dry down a teensy bit and then I tap out those fine lines before going in and setting my face. So the foundation did like dry down, which is kind of nice. So then that means I don't have to set my face. I don't really enjoy setting my face. But all right, let's give it 5 minutes and I'll be right back. Okay, I think I'm ready to set my under eyes. So let's see. Definitely a little bit sank in. So I'm gonna go in with my finger and just kind of press out the product that got in my fine lines. Again, this happens with every single concealer. It is not a deal breaker because it's unavoidable. So I am gonna be setting my under eyes and I'm gonna be setting them with this e.l.f. powder just because I really know how it performs and I've been loving it. So I just feel like, yeah, this is a good one to test with. So I'm just swirled it around in my dry velvet sponge from Colourpop actually. And I'm setting that down and oh my God, that is so good. Oh my God, is this a new favorite? Like, can I already say that? I feel like no, but also, what the heck? That looks so good. Oh! All right, I'm also gonna set my eyelids just because I am gonna be doing eyeshadow and I did put this all over, I put the concealer all over my eyelids, so I'm just gonna take that with a brush and kind of pat it on there and then swipe off any extra. And I'm gonna lightly set the perimeters of my face because I don't want to risk blotchy bronzer. It's just not the look I want. how do I feel about the shade now? Honestly, I feel like this is a good shade for me, right? Do I look too yellow? Be honest. Let me know. I've been like that girl that's gone out and like my face looks orange or yellow, and I'd rather know, okay guys? Just be honest with me here. But I think I like it. I think this is my shade. All right, now that I'm lightly set, I'm into it so far. Okay, so first impression is very good of both of these. I'm gonna go and finish up my makeup and I'll be right back. Okay, the rest of my face is on, and so far so good, guys. I really like this foundation. The one thing that I have noticed is that on my nose, it didn't go on super evenly. Might have been my fault for how I blended it, but foundation sticks kind of funny to my nose, probably to everyone's noses, because I feel like the skin on your nose, it's like different than the skin on the rest of your face. But anyway, so far so good. I really like the way it's looking. It's looking glowy. It doesn't look cakey. I think the shade, you know what? It's good enough for me. I don't think I can find another shade. I am like fairly tan right now though, so maybe this will not be my winter shade, but right now it works. So yeah, it is currently 10 a.m. So I will do the wear test for 10 hours, so till 8 p.m. So I'll be checking in regularly throughout the day, kind of chatting about anything notable that I find. Until then, bye-bye. Hey friend, I'm back. Okay, so I do wear glasses for those who don't know, but let me take a look here. So I have to say, I've literally had to blow my nose 10 times today. I feel like I have a really runny nose. I don't know what the deal with that is. Maybe I have like allergies that I've just like assumed to live with, but is that weird? Like, let me know in the comments. I don't know. Anyway, I do see, let me get up close here. I have a big mirror here. I do feel like foundation has rubbed off of my nose, but I feel like it's a really good color match for me because you can't really tell too bad. Also, a little bit has rubbed off where my glasses sit, but I think that overall, it looks really good. I mean, it's only been 5 hours, but so far so good. I also had to go out and run a quick errand, and I wore my mask, and a little bit definitely transferred onto the mask. It's a white mask, so I could see a little bit of foundation on it, but nothing terrible. And as I look at my face, I feel like I still have the coverage. It's not breaking down yet, but I am seeing a little bit that has come off my nose. So, I mean, that's pretty normal, right? And then in terms of the concealer, it's looking nice, but I do feel like a little bit of product has settled into my fine lines, which I mean, it happens with most concealers. I feel like it's not terrible though, and I still am having the coverage that I like. So far so good, guys. I think this is gonna be a good one. So I'm gonna be back in a few hours, like in another 5 hours, so like 8 p.m. Hopefully there's still some good lighting in here. I don't have like a ton of studio lights. This is my bedroom after all. So hopefully there's still some lights so you guys can see it really well. And if not, I'll probably film just a little bit earlier, but so far so good. So far so good. Alrighty, this is the final check-in of the day. Unfortunately, I had to cut it a little bit short. It's like 7 p.m. right now, but I'm just not feeling great, so I figured it's better if I just call it a night and wash my face. But anywho, honestly, the foundation held up beautifully. Like, I feel like it's not majorly creasing anywhere. It's stayed on. The places that it's rubbed off, it like feels like it's transitioning into, you know, the places where the foundation stayed fairly well. I'm pleased. I'm really happy with this one. I'm gonna keep on testing it. But so far, first impression and one day wear test, pretty darn good. And same with the concealer. I'm actually like really here for the concealer too. So yeah, this was really good. So is this a foundation that you guys are gonna pick up? What do you think? I highly recommend it, I must say. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, friend.